Yeah, I don't know what Silky will do. Again, the only guaranteed person to like pick him and you know you're going to play him is Future because he doesn't have his deflect available anymore.
Yep.
So at least then you're certain what you're going to get. If you go
That's
after Puck, you may get bounced.
one thing I wanted to point out. It was actually a really awesome pick on Future's behalf because he watched the stream. He watched and he knew. You know, he said he wasn't worried. He was like, "Yeah, I got this. I got this." So, you know, strategically, it was a good pick. So, our next person up is going to be Silky. Wow, Silky, you've been the most patient person in the world. I have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Who knew that every game was going to go to the game 3? That was definitely unexpected. But here you are. You are now last pick.
You're up.
You're up.
All right.
Have you been watching these games? I've seen you on the stream, so you've been watching these games, so you knew.
Yeah. I mean, I've been eating food and like doing some homework on the side, so.
Okay, so it kind of works out. Good.
Yeah, I got finals next week, so it's pretty rough. But I think the games were pretty good. They were kind of weird, not gonna lie.
There's some janky games, like
and so I'm gonna go with the same pick I picked last time, and I'm gonna pick Future.
All right.
Because I feel like he's the more standard player, but I don't know. I could be wrong. So.
It seemed pretty standard playing the last one.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, let's bring it in. Future production, call in Future.
Matt, I'm on it.
Reflect, so you have to.
I'll do it.
He has to accept.
Yeah, he does not have any more. So who does have a reflect still?
I do.
Just Silky, right?
No, Silky, Puck, and Massa.
Deflect, yes.
It's only Future that didn't have it. Everyone else has been quite bold.
Gotcha. Okay.
So after this game, we do have a game again where Massa gets to choose. So there'll be 2 players possibly at 1 life or eliminated. So yeah, Future would be at 1 life if you lose.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah. If like so Silky, I mean, we should also give credit what it's due. Silky's literally the only unharmed player at the moment.
Full strength. That's a good way to go into this.
Completely intact.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just kind of have somehow gone unnoticed. Everyone's picking on each other, and you're like.
And always remember too,
I guess so.
The person who goes in the finals with the most life does get an advantage.
That's great.
Yo, what's up?
All right, Future. The Future is here.
You playing?
So normally we would ask you a chance.
Oh yes.
You don't get an opportunity. So how do you feel about this particular predicament you're in?
I don't know, man. I just proxy, I guess.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
We'll hope it works this time.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, so let's let your opponent know.
Right?
Yeah. It's always to give a forewarning, you know.
You guys are so good mannered. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, proxy hatches and everything too, so never know.
All right, so Future, why don't you go ahead and start us off with vetoes for a best of 3 here?
Okay, I'll veto Parasite first.
Okay. Stasis.
And a second one?
I pick second.
Yep, it's ABBA.
Oh, okay. So you vetoed Parasite, Automaton.
And then I'll veto Cerulean.
Okay. Then do I have first pick?
BAC for pick, yes.
All right. Let's go. Blue Shift first.
Cool, and we'll do Port Alexander second.
Okay, Kairos third. Okay.
Cool. Beautiful. All right, any parting words for each other?
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, man. Hope that food was good.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't die out there.
Yeah, what'd you eat for nourishment there?
I got chicken burritos, some chips, the good stuff. So
that's pretty sick, yeah.
It's actually all pretty legit.
Yeah.
Have fun,
all right, good luck, you guys. We'll see you in game.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So we have Future and Silky going up. Let's look at some stats. What do we got for stats, ladies and gentlemen? What do we got stats?
I dipped out at that point last week.
And
I went and watched the VOD brief.
No, I think it was 2-0.
yeah, I feel like
2-0.
it was a 2-0. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get tonight. These players have had a week to kind of prepare. The pool had been limited to 5 players. Obviously, today we found out it was only going to be 4 more. So hopefully they were able to kind of review some of each other's games or get together a build that they think would do well against everyone here. But,
So what do you guys, in terms of predictions, in terms of Blue Shift, who has the better advantage on this map?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Terran has a lot of good
Yeah.
dropping opportunities. Reaper has a lot more access in this. Obviously, we've seen Reapers not be very viable because of the maps that have been chosen so far today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
wouldn't say it's favored one way or the other
it's
necessarily.
pretty reasonable map. Like, yeah, we don't get a lot of betas on this TVZ. I think it's playable. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be decided on that.
Yeah. Well, Zerg has a little bit easier time getting that third base, in my opinion, just because it's a little bit closer, so they can get that creep over there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but on the other hand, it's a very defensible third as well. You can wall it easy.
Yeah.
Like whatever. There's a lot of trade-offs. There's rocks in the middle that make it interesting. Like you have initially closed paths, but you can open them up.
Yeah.
And that comes in later game, but early game, that just is what it is. We'll see if there is actually a proxy here, as I think that makes a very big difference in this game too.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second map that they're on, which one was that?
Oh, I've already forgotten. Fort Alexander? Tara was paying attention.
Yeah. So no SCV out for a proxy at this time. So we may get something normalish. See what Silky's opening is.
All right, let's take it away on Blue Shift here.
Yep. Up here, our blue shifted player from Team Rise. It is our Terran Future.
And in the bottom left corner, our red Zerg player, his first time up tonight. Let's hear it for Storm Gaming's Silky.
Is there chat on 10-minute follower mode? Whatever. So yeah, normalness here so far. We're gonna get hatchery pool, but no gas taken.
If you're not going to stick around for 10 minutes anyway, you don't need to say anything.
No.
That's my opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
But thank you for sticking it out for 10 minutes, everyone who has done so. All you new followers, welcome. We do appreciate your viewership here tonight and your good spirits. I had a nice crowd in here.
Indeed. Inked Warrior out there in chat. He's been paying attention to me for like 5 years.
Oh,
and he started in the old ASL days.
Welcome. You found him again. It seems like
Yeah.
you're trying to bait him, Endersword.
Indeed.
He found you.
I'm advocating for him. I take his position.
Yeah, you don't like the follower only mode?
Not usually. 10 minutes isn't too bad. I've seen some that are like half hour.
I just remember somebody last week complained about it too. And
Yeah,
it's like, man.
Lings are going to come in here now. They're just going to kind of wander their way in. One pulling off to go after an SCV. We'll get some initial damage on a Marine. And Willie kill the SCV on the low ground.
Ooh, no, he's not focusing on it. So Command
Yeah.
Center should finish up, I think.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, he has to switch
got
out the SCVs, but Marine dies. One of them dies. There is a low SCV in there, but it's going to be hard to die for both of them. He's going to try, though. No, he didn't get it.
Not a
Didn't
try.
get it. 5 hit points left on one of the SCVs. Overall there, after all that, 150 minerals lost on both sides.
Yeah.
So,
Only 100 for Terran, just one Reaper, one Marine. But still very even. He lost 50 gas, though.
oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
150 resources.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, not minerals, but resources.
But, yeah, no, it is solid trade. Nothing
Yeah.
too devastating either side.
Overlord finds a little safety spot as Silky takes the third base. And a Hellion will poke in, trying to run by the queens here. A little bit of a scout Hellion, as that's obviously not going to kill anything, but unless he's really negligent. But
Oh, damn. Apparently Silky playing very well. But Silky beat Masa in the Team Cup today.
oh, nice. Silky's actually, out of everyone in here, Silky has the highest percentage record against Massa overall. Which actually, before the start of this tournament, was 50-50. So if Silky beat Massa in the Team Cup today, Silky has a career winning record against Massa.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, and Silky being at full health too puts him in a very good spot here in that regard.
Yeah.
He's got all 3 lives. He's got that deflect, not read.
Yeah, exactly. I think Silky may be doing that thing. You know how like there's players in, I won't say Fortnite, but like in PUBG or something, like there's people that go out and try and kill other people, and there's people that just hide in an attic.
Yeah.
And I think Silky is hiding in an attic. Like he's just living through it. When he has to fight, he wins that encounter. But always remember, you can win a battle royale by killing 1 guy.
Yep.
You know, you don't have to kill 100 guys.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's all about taking the right fight at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. Let other people do damage to each other. You just conserve your resources, conserve your energy, and go for it.
Indeed. All right, so 3 bases now up for Silky. He's got Baneling speed just started. Stimpack likewise has just started for Future, so his upgrade's starting to get rolling here. We do have tanks popping out as well, so the Banelings might not be as effective as Silky is hoping in this regard here. He's already got 2 tanks in a good spot, and the third about to pop out here with no Banelings on the field yet.
Yeah, for sure. Silky's economy getting going pretty well. And Creep, so far, because the first like Hellion thing was just kind of a scout, Creep is going a bit uncontested at the moment. And that's always super key. A Ling spots the tanks explosively.
Spots the tank shell, rather.
Yeah, exactly. There is evidence of tanks. That's the key.
I think we're getting close to an engagement here. All those upgrades getting very close to finish. 1-1, about halfway done. Stimpack about 40 seconds out here still. 1-1 just starting, though, for the Zerg, so that's going to be a little bit behind. It looks like he wants to make an attack happen now, though, with that Baneling speed finished up. Here we go.
Insta-cancel on the depot. He is going to pull back. There's just too much tank here. There's 1 on the high ground, 2 on the low ground. Does wisely pull on out. He's got a Spire coming behind this. But yeah, that was just kind of the...
Too many tanks.
Yeah, unfortunate place to go in. Move up here with just Marines and a little medevac support for Future. And Silky working on the rocks as we talked about pre-game.
Yep, open up for those attack paths. It's going to allow him to get better surrounds on this Terran army as it tries to move out here. Ooh, a decent connection. We'll get a few Marines. 1 medevac does remain full of cargo, though. Drop and get a few more creep trimmers here by the looks of it.
Yeah, we'll scan for a couple. Also pick off that scouting overlord or observing overlord. The Queen's going to work on these rocks now.
These drops are only going to be viable for a little bit longer. 9 Mutalisks have just started. The Spire is done now, so the transition already well underway here. Or Silky is going to try to catch these medevacs with those Mutalisks. If he can catch them before they unload here, he's going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, if he wanders into it. There's some Widow Mines coming out, but no Thors or anything. Guess he's unaware of it yet.
Nice target fire. Gets a couple Banes there, I think.
Coming on to clear some creep on the top side as well. And there are those mutas being spotted. A full medevac will fall. And he'll swing up to the north to try and prevent the creep prevent on that side as well. There's 2 Widow Mines in the way. He doesn't see them as he comes in. Boom. Takes a pretty big hit there, but they will lick their wounds and the rest of them will heal up.
Yeah, I think just 2 mutas. Yep, went down there. It's not a huge loss, but it is going to slow down any push-outs or attacks he wanted to do. He's got to wait for those mutas to get a little more health now. A little bit squishy for engagement. But creep spread looking very good for Silky. He's slowly taking over his half of the map here. Not slowly, he's actually at a rather good pace, but Future has something to say about that. He's going to scan, push back all those active creatures.
Okay, they're all the Mutalisks have died.
All right, well, the Mutaplay has pretty much outlived its lifespan here.
That is it. That was gigantic. That is so much resources that went into that. It's a whole tech option that's now invalidated a little bit as he's reset to only, 5 of them now, but that was 3 at the end of that. But still, is Future going to find a way to capitalize on this and actually get damage done? As Silky's sitting on a pretty comfortable 85 workers, 4 bases. He's going in for a heavy Ling attack here on the side. Will he catch this whole army moving? Stems into it.
These upgrades, again, looking very even for both players. 2-2 at about the same position there in the research. Oh.
Yeah. Now, overall here, despite the economy roaring, Future is more than double the army supply. Like, there was so much into those mutas that when they went down, there wasn't... You just didn't expect it to go like that.
Yeah, he's got more than double. That's ridiculous.
Nice spamming connects on the top side, but this 5th definitely going.
I think he's almost got enough. He could almost just move in, get the tanks in a good spot, go through your Widow Mines to get a couple of connections. The bio should be able to clean up the rest. Here we go. Silky's going to try to come get some connections here. Tank already getting a few good shots. Some splits coming down as well. Minimal connections. And I think that's it. Future.
Oh, the mutas again taking a huge Widow Mine hit. And they absolutely cannot fight this. Baneling's trying to come save the day. Decent hits. Widow Mines will fire off. Kind of mutually cleaned up, but there is another group coming in for Future. Slightly more sturdy behind this. I think he's going to take another angle, though. There's no reason to go through that 5th necessarily.
Oh, another big shot on the mutas. Silky's trying to get that muta count back up, but he's just not having a lot of luck. Oh.
Game paused.
I think good.
What? Are you? I'm not lagging.
Not sure. Yeah. I definitely saw it freeze, but I didn't see a name. All right.
Maybe it was a Blizzard thing. It happens. Here we go. Yeah, Future coming in with his rest of his army, his reinforcements now. The Widow Mine's in a good spot. Silky just can't push into this now. He just does not have enough. Drone's in full evacuation mode here. This might just be the final stand. Yes, it is. Future going up in game number 1 here.
Yep. Yeah, pretty dominating there overall. Like a lot of that came down to just obviously the brutal hit on the Mutalisks.
Yeah.
But the mines were also, it's not like that was an accident. Those mines were exactly where they were supposed to be for that. So not only those, but the first 2 that were by the army group were in a place that zoned out something like that. So definitely the way to go. And Silky just kind of getting caught, not looking exactly at the right place at the right time, not noticing it, and you lose like 8 mutas to early mines. You have to put so much into that. You're obviously not going to do well.
Yeah, Future loving his mines, saying they're so good now. 20-second build time.
Yeah.
OP, you decide.
Very true. Very true.
Oh yeah, Drex AFK here. Hopefully he'll be here soon. But thank you for tuning in. If you're still with us, we're hopping into game number 2 here in just a moment. This is our 4th of 5 sets that we're going to play tonight. So there's one more. Masa going to choose one more opponent to go up against after this best of 3 here. And then, of course, next Saturday will be the grand finals, the final day. So whoever's left after tonight, whoever still has lives, will be going up against it to try to claim that first prize, which is, remind me, $100?
Yes.
Sounds right?
So there's 500 total throughout the whole tournament, but it is basically $25 for every best of 3 that you win. So you can basically, if you do play your cards right, you can make more money than the winner of the tournament if you just win a lot of series. But 100 for the final win, but $25 for each of these best of 3. So everything matters.
Yeah, so everyone almost making out with a little bit of money so far tonight. Let's see. Puck has gotten some. Future got some. And now, wait, who else? Didn't somebody else? I'm forgetting already here.
Massa, obviously. And,
There we go. There it is. Yeah, Massa getting some. Yeah, everybody so far getting a little bit of money tonight.
Yeah.
Except for Silky, but he's working on it. He's getting there.
He is indeed working on it. And again, we're seeing, standard openings. There's not a proxy on Future side. And we're going to go for a hats first again on Silky side.
Oh, yes. Let's, shall we introduce? I like introductions. I prefer it. In the top left corner, our Blue Terran Future. Let's do it quick.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, representing Size Storm Gaming, it is Silky.
All right, I feel better now. I feel complete.
Yeah, that's it. It's like
taking a shower. Man,
it's always there. Some casters got that intro OCD.
I am one of them.
It makes sense. I know Drek likes it too. He gets mad if I don't.
Every game is its own beautiful creation. Would you, as an artist, make 5 paintings and only sign 1?
Would you always make the first 2 or 3 strokes of the paintings the same?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Some artists.
I guess that's true. Actually, some do that.
Anyway, here we go. Another standard game. I guess the time for cheese is over for now. We do have Massa coming up after this set, though. So there's still a potential for a lot of cheese here tonight. But these guys just playing very standard. Getting that second hatch, getting the second command center now, and then a factory for a Terran. Nothing out of the ordinary, just very standard stuff.
I almost feel, I don't know if this was his intention, but I almost feel this SCV from Future was originally intending to pretend like he was trying to put a bunker down.
Awesome.
To see if he could provoke a reaction, but it's actually quite normal at home. But the way that he was moving, kind of ducking around, hiding, chilling out front, I kind of think that's what he was trying to convey.
Yeah.
Ling's out now. We'll go after said SCV. Chase him off. And a Marine looking for Mr. Overlord, who's going to try and find a safety spot over these crates. Which I think there is, but he's not taking it.
Well, he's going to get away for now either way.
Yeah.
Do those crates count as high ground though? Because you can't land on it or anything. It's just it's a doodad, I believe.
That one may be. I'm not sure if that particular one does. I know that things that you can't land on still can count as high ground.
Yeah, that's
the fact that he didn't stop there makes me think that I guess not, because I figure he would know.
Oh, the Marine catches up with you.
Coming out here will get spotted by the Lings as they light them on fire. And
Marine always gets his kill. Always.
Indeed.
All right, there's an armor coming down now. I'm thinking Hellbats. We've got a lot of Hellions starting to come out with that medevac. So it's looking like it's going to be some Hellbat drops coming out of Future for the next bit of harass here. Will Silky be ready? Does he have spore crawlers anywhere?
Certainly doesn't look like it. See if he gets something on time. There's something the Hellions are doing, kind of weird, driving around looking for something or other. I don't know whether he's actually just trying to hide their numbers. I think that may have been more it, as he's up to 6 now, but he's still not quite just going across the map right now.
Always march in single file to hide your numbers.
Coming here now as a medevac moves out with 4 Marines in it, going on the edge of creep, and the Hellions coming up to join.
Oh, there's
Hellbat transformation.
Yeah, the Zerglings cannot engage into this. That Hellbat damage so powerful, and with the Marines to supplement it to damage and keep pushing these queens back, we're going to see Future trying to break through here. 1 queen has already fallen. The 2 more getting a little low. 3 more now very low. Oh, I think he's going to be able to break through, but just barely. 1 more wave of Zerglings should be able to wrap around this and shut it down eventually. Oh, I thought he was going to lose at least 1 more queen there.
Yeah, almost got it. His medevac dying to that single spore crawler definitely helped out in keeping what was alive still alive.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about the spore crawlers earlier. Is they do so good at helping to zone out, so the medevac can't just go wherever it wants and pick them up wherever it wants.
Yeah, exactly. He started to swing out safely, but then the medevac did kind of drift in. He's going to send a Liberator into the main, but there is a Spore Crawler already in great position, and that will maneuver off to the side. He's going to try and replant there, but this is just giving him a lot of time to respond.
And we've got a lot of dead space back here, too, so he could just hang out for a little bit and then come back in. But actually, here we go. He is going to get a spot on the right side, maybe get a couple of drones at the same time, simultaneously coming in with Hellions into the third. There, he's going to get a good amount of drones. Getting into a nice spot in the mineral line.
Yep, nice roast indeed. Gets the last one before going down.
Not bad.
The Liberator does get killed.
Hey, 7 workers. That's not horrible for a little barbecue. That'll feed a good amount of Marines there. How much does a drone weigh? You know?
I think they're big. When you see them, I've seen like those charts that are like things to scale, and they're big.
Like bigger than human?
Like
Yeah.
it almost looked like like that they're huge things.
They do look bigger than Zergling on the
definitely.
Here, so. And Zerglings are pretty big. Zerglings are probably about bear-sized, I would say, roughly.
Yeah, they seem very weighty. They must have remember they turn into buildings.
And they've got to rip minerals apart. You gotta have some muscle for that. The Terrans have to use technology. The Protoss uses obviously more advanced technology, but drones, that's just pure.
Yeah, just grabbing stuff. Yeah.
Damn. Anyway, sorry, get sidetracked.
It's a totally valid question.
It's a valid question.
You got to figure out how big things are.
Production tab looking very good for both our players. A lot of upgrades on the way. Zerg getting that Baneling speed, Hydralisk speed, getting the +1/1 as well for the melee ground units. And then Terran likewise has 1/1, getting close to finish, about halfway done as well. And then Combat Shield, I believe, Stim's already done. So he's getting all those bio upgrades that he needs. Getting enough medevacs, hopefully, to support said bio as well.
Yeah, he's coming down. There's a lot of lings here. Tanks are not landed, and Banelings come in too. Still slow Banelings, but fast enough when on creep. And getting nothing really started here. Nice move.
Very nice. Dropping the single
a
Marine.
lot of hits.
Love it. Sacrifices must be made, Endersword.
Yeah, even just dropped the tank right into them. And just
was that a tank?
Yeah, it was a tank. If you look at the medevac, one of them is red, and now he's dropped. And
nice.
Fill it back up. So good way to do it. Good calibration too, to potentially know that it wasn't going to die, but instead just take the hit.
That's very smart. I love that.
Good way to go. Now, is this all going to get spotted? Hydra's coming across, doing some damage. A full medevac does go down. And that's definitely going to blunt the effects of this a fair bit. Hydra's getting in position and driving that away yet again. Even a spore on the side, and this is basically not going anywhere.
Gonna need to pick up again and get towards the main, but there's spores blocking him out of there.
So many spores.
Cannot find an opening here. As I said, he finds an opening.
It's going to sneak back anyway and cause a fallback. This is definitely a one-way trip, but let's see what he can get for it. Going after a queen here. More annoyance than anything, but it will work. And
Is it a one-way trip? They're still alive.
I don't know. I mean, he could now get out of there, but
he could get out.
Yeah,
there's a lot of open space. Spore crawlers can't really reach down at the very bottom. You can just scooch out the bottom at any point in time. So as long as he can get to the edges, he'll be able to keep this alive for a little bit longer.
Yeah, for sure.
Widow Mines coming down yet again. How do you feel about Widow Mines versus Zerg? We saw a lot of it versus Protoss, and it did pretty well.
Yeah, I think they're gonna, especially with the Hydra. I think I don't know. Everything's kind of squishy, but the Hydra can also kind of attack better at range. Trying to clear up some creep here. Some do stay behind and take a pretty big amount of hits.
Yeah, I guess we did see the Widow Mines do pretty well in that last game here.
Yeah.
So very viable. Yeah, with that upgrade as well, they're so good. Reverted them back to their nice hidden fate for that later game. I think that was a really good compromise for the Widow Mines, to be totally honest.
It seems pretty good. It kind of lets them get back to where they are. But what it does is it eliminates that really early game.
Yeah.
Like where a Widow Mine just ends the game because someone didn't have detection. and that's kind of lessened, which I think was the point. And
Oh yeah.
that's more for like, it helps in the pro game, but it's almost more for like casual and lower players where that was just frustrating and stupid to them. Like, yeah, it prevents the game end in the same way.
Zealot in the chat here makes a good point. Siege tanks screw up the scale. You know, queens are like 10 feet tall looking at this, but tanks obviously look much shorter than that. As far as their height is concerned, anyway.
Very true. There's a lot of things like a mothership to scale is like the size of the entire map. Basically.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Widowmine shots will do not a whole lot there. Baneling connects do get in. There's
nice
not,
spread.
yeah, pretty good. It like minimized it fairly well, but there's not a lot of like staying and standing power here for Future. He's trying to clear out some of the creep, which is a big part in being able to do that. And it's going a little more in its favor now. The army supply used to be much more in Silky's favor. This attack will determine a lot, though. Widowmine hits not getting the very best ones, so that's kind of overrun. The bio retreating back to the bottom of the ramp, but now Hydras are just going to put in some work.
Oh my goodness. The Hydra was able to melt all of the Widow Mines before they could get a shot off those reinforcing Widow Mines. 2 more are going to join the fray, and the bio seems to be barely enough. You know, Hydra's still very squishy without that support, no matter how much damage they deal.
Yeah, you don't want them fighting alone ever. Like,
oh, never.
Hydras are for the back.
Almost never.
That's all. Yeah.
Every now and then there's scenarios where you're going to just big back Hydras will be able to do a lot better.
Bio coming in here yet again. Nice Widowmine shot there.
Big hits. How many kills did those just get? 18 kills on that one Widowmine. Wow. The Big Daddy Ultralisk is here. The Marines are not going to be able to stand up to that. Future's just going to tap out. His army supply plummeting. No answer really for those Ultralisks.
Indeed, as soon as you saw it, kind of knew that position was overrun. Widow Mines are not going to save you there. Didn't have like Liberators to fall back on or anything.
Guess
like that.
what this means? Another ace match.
Ace match, yeah.
Yep.
Everyone so far.
Everyone. It's going to be ace matches all night. I love it. So
ace
very
cool. Ace all day.
Silky's still sitting on 3 lives though, so probably not sweating quite as much. Future looking to hold on to the 2 that he's got left. Of course, if Future loses this, he's going to be in a pickle, just like Puck. Both of them would be at 1 life, but we'll see how it goes. This very even matchup. Go either way here. And there we go. Got the invite. We'll be hopping into game 3 here in just a moment. Welcome back, Trek, by the way.
Hey.
We missed you.
Yeah, we are going on to Kairos.
I like this map a lot. I'm so far
good.
a big fan. I just the whole map pool in general. This is one of the best map pools I remember in a couple of years probably. We've had some very good maps in every single map pool, but there's always been that 1 or 2 map. Dreamcatcher, just all the necessarily. I can't name them all. Obviously, everyone has their own opinions on maps, but I haven't seen really one complaint about any of these maps out of any race so far. Like I'm sure there's little complaints here or there, but usually there's
even
all the
the
search
map,
are like, we hate this map, but so far it's been great.
I also find that the map that people do tend to veto a lot, like Stasis, it's not so much that they're saying like it's imbalanced as it's congested. And that can affect different people different ways, but it's different, and so they tend to veto different, but it's not like Now,
I've seen maps get a lot more criticism than any of these maps. So
for sure that's the case. So we do have a proxy coming out here by our player on the top left-hand side of the map. It is Team Rise's Future. Double SCV coming out.
It had to happen eventually.
Of course it did.
Had to happen once. In the bottom right corner, hailing from Size Storm Gaming, give it up for our red Zerg player, Silky.
And he's picking that spot. The Overlord, it looks like it's barely not going to get close enough to see it. We'll have to see as he does what the exact vision range is. But I'm looking at the point that it's going to turn.
Oh, are you talking about the scouting drone, right?
Yeah, the scouting Overlord. that's
the
on,
Overlord,
on the
gotcha.
bottom.
Oh yeah, because well, I'm
coming-
curious if he sends out a drone or Zerglings, he's Future's screwing up the pathing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
could also deflect and hopefully make the Zerglings go around the other way.
Yeah.
Is the idea here.
Which should seem weird too if someone notices, but we're gonna get three
No,
proxy
not
barracks.
necessarily. You see, you send your
Yeah.
wings across every time, and they always go down the middle. And then all of a sudden, like, wait, why didn't they go down the middle? It is, it's a very easily overlooked detail. But if you're paying attention, you should be able to.
You should definitely do it if you're paying attention. So he gets him. The Overlord does see the barracks here now. Is it too late? But there are already lings out and drones being pulled as the bunker is going up. A single Marine is out, but this bunker is not going up as the SCV does fall.
Nice reaction out of Silky. He's shutting that down.
But 3 barracks, nothing to cough at.
Get out of there, Marine. One Marine going to get caught rallying to the wrong side there. Will manage to get behind the SCVs and get a few shots off here. Gets behind his friends nicely at Microed. Future's going to be able to push forward now. He's dealt a little bit of damage to the Zergling forces. There's a Spine Crawler just now starting. But that might be a little bit too late.
Yeah, we've seen this sort of thing happen before too, where someone thinks it's a 1 racks or 2 racks that are there, but it's actually 3, and they underestimate what's really coming out. And the Marines here, like, he's got to go after the SCV, but the Marines just get 3 hits the whole time.
It does stop the bunker going up. That's very, very helpful. And he's got some more drones here. If he can just buy enough time for the Spine Crawler to pop out, just maybe, but the Marines are able to gun it down. He's just
the Queen very low on the low ground. No transfuses available yet, and this Marine count is getting a little out of control for what he's going for. Will cancel the bunker. That's a little irrelevant at this point, but 3 Queens. Can he push it back? Trying to make a spine in the back part of the natural here.
Man, some phenomenal micro. Future is starting to take some hits. He's lost 4 Marines.
The boys are coming. The boys are coming.
Oh, he's committing. Oh, man. Yeah, as soon as these boys get here.
Yeah, that Spine Crawler, though, is definitely getting close to completion. 10 more Lings are on the way. If they pop up before the Queens are done, then he's in trouble. 1 Queen does fall, though. Trying for this around here now, but the SCVs are there to tank for them. And this could definitely be trouble as he's coming on in. But nice flank from the little ramp. Will he be able to get enough firepower on the Spine?
It's saving the day. I think he should have enough to hold. I don't know. It's more Marines trickling in here. So many units have died. Worker supplies dead even. Now a few more circuits to pop out. I think that Spine Crawler's going to hold.
Yeah, there's no real more minerals here for Silky. He's got to kind of take out the Queen. Spine moving forward, that's pretty brave.
Oh, it is. It's going to allow the Marines to actually gun it down. No way.
That was super brave.
Killing blow. Silky sealing his own death warrant there.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. He just saw all the SCV.
Oh. Man, that was close. I thought Silky was going to hold it there. Ooh, the Marines able to seal the deal, though.
Yeah, I think he, like, knowing that he killed that many SCVs, there are only 3 back at home.
My goodness.
He
boys.
just, yeah.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Happened? What just happened?
Surprising end, because he wins. Like, he can even lose the hatchery and win. That's fine.
Yep.
You don't have to hold the hatchery because all the SCVs were thrown. If the SCVs weren't pulled, then yeah, you got to hold the hatchery.
Why do you guys think that he lifted the Spine Crawler?
He was feeling confident. He thought he had held it and thought he could move it up into a better position because he thought maybe those Marines were going to take just a few seconds more to kind of regroup, but the pressure did not stop, and that's exactly what Future needed to do to win that. So well executed by him.
Yep.
That was ridiculous. I thought it was. I thought we had it.
I thought he held it, and that was like, I think. Yeah, I mean that is what it is. If he didn't uproot that, then Future is going to call GG after the next little push. But there you go. So good stuff.
There
Future
you go.
Taking that map. Future remaining in this thing. Silky finally losing his first life. So no one is unharmed anymore.
Officially.